Skull and Bones has been fully revealed and it's the latest AAA title to come to cloud gaming platforms across the board, and Stadia has some new games to announce that are coming soon. Today we'll be breaking it all down in this video, so let's get to it. Skull and Bones looks like a really fun time, and any fan of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag's pirating system should definitely be taking a look at this. It's pretty much that, but expanded into multiplayer in a massive open world where you get to start from the very bottom and work your way up to becoming a pirate legend. That's not to say I don't have some concerns, but more on that in a second. Basically, the game has everything you've come to expect from a Ubisoft title. That means exploration, resource gathering, crafting, hunting, leveling system, and more. And while there are on-foot sections, it definitely seems like the primary focus is all done throughout the ship. Even resource gathering is an animation that you see done via a minigame on the ship. Most of the on-foot sections that were shown off appear to be focused on primarily player hub areas where you can meet new players, team up, do some crafting, and maybe customize your character outfit. So don't go into this expecting the sandbox experience of Sea of Thieves, as most of it is primarily focused on naval combat. And rightfully so. Assassin's Creed 4 excelled at that. And this really does just blow that up in a big way. There are 3 types of ship, one focused on navigation, the other focused on holding cargo, and the last on pure firepower, each with their own pros and cons. And if you're going to be teaming up with your fellow pirates, I'd say it's good to assume that a healthy mixture would be best for the crew. And since we're on the topic of multiplayer, I think it'd be good to point out that it does appear that there will be both PvE and PvP servers, so you can choose how you decide to play the game. Myself, I'm all about that PvP, that risk and reward of hunting down another player and plundering their loot. But it's great to know that this will be an optional choice, so anyone can choose how they decide to play. All in all, I like what I see. I think it looks fun, and as a fan of World of Warships, I'll definitely be checking this out to see how its PvP combat compares. I'm expecting a much more arcadey-like experience, but I think it'd be very interesting to see what that feels like. That said, while the loot and grind of leveling and customizing your ship does look great, I am a bit concerned about the release date. Skull and Bones is set to release November 8th, and that potentially puts it in between 2 big titles, one of which is actually Ubisoft owned. I'm talking about God of War and Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. If the rumors are true, and they were for Skull and Bones, Avatar's set to release November 18th. I would really hate to see this title get that Titanfall 2 effect of releasing between really big titles and being stuck without a player base very early on. Yes, this is a very different game compared to the others. Well, maybe not Avatar, I'm expecting a lot of the same gameplay loops there. But regardless, some users out there are going to have to decide between those 3 games, and I know most people won't be picking up more than one. After all, this title is only releasing on the PS5, Xbox Series consoles, and cloud platforms and services. So yes, it's also getting that premium price tag. If you want my advice and you can only afford to get one, possibly look into subscribing into Ubisoft Plus for that month and enjoying both games and then deciding which one you want to buy for the long term. It's exactly what I'll be doing myself, and I cannot wait to check out all 3 of those games, including everything else coming in fall. I feel like there's just so many games. Stadia released a new blog post talking about 4 games coming to the platform soon, and 2 of them we've already talked about. That's Skull and Bones, which we just discussed, and Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, which released yesterday. The other 2 titles are also coming from Ubisoft, the first of which is Valiant Hearts: The Great War. It's a story of 4 crossed destinies and a broken love in a world torn apart, and it's all presented in a 2D animated comic book adventure mixing exploration, action, and puzzles. It's one of those games where the less you know going into it, the better, because it is just a wonderful experience. Seriously, this is a bit of a tearjerker. If you enjoy those types of story-based games, give this one a shot when it comes out. It's set to release on July 15th, so the wait for this one isn't too long, and you should expect it to be a part of the Ubisoft Plus collection since it is a title published by them. Following that, it was also confirmed that Far Cry 4 will be arriving on Stadia, but they did just state it's coming out sometime this year with no specific date given. There's little that needs to be said about this one. It was really popular when it came out, and it has the unique setting of the Himalayas. If you're into the Far Cry franchise, I will say that this one still stands up in my opinion, and it's well worth playing if you haven't already. Pagan Min is easily the second best villain in the franchise if you ask me. And with that, we've wrapped up all the cloud gaming news of the day. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful at all, be sure to hit that like button, as it really does help the channel out, and if you're wanting more content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. As always, I hope you have a great day, thanks for watching, this has been the Virtual Cloud, giving you the latest and greatest on everything cloud gaming related, and until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.